Hello everyone, GammaGreg here.
Hi.
And Craig, let's go. Let's just freaking go. What? You know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. Are you sure this is your dream daddy? I mean, as much as he can be. I'm sure. Let's commit.
Let's commit.
Jeez. I mean, it's better than Robert. Fuck Robert. Robert's yeah.
I tried Robert when I first started the game.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice, but I fucked up, and I didn't get the good aim. I felt really sad.
Wow, that's some.
Yeah, I thought everything went fine, but then at the end, we just decided we better be friends.
I mean, every dead has one more than one ending, or just one.
I think all of them has at least two endings.
Oh no, the stakes are high. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy, that's a word, with work and the kids. But it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Yeah, that's the perfect setup to fuck. Since our first run.
Brokeback Mountain search here. Okay.
Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. Okay, I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of food, so I double check to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's gonna be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey Amanda Panda. Amanda is in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip. Hey Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zip up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment, lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. It's okay. Oh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding, nobody liked those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roving. It's just me and Mother Nature, the old mother of the trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own? I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off of International Haunted House Hunters.
Haunted House Hunters.
Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and legs in next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad Tron. She's awesome. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine, promise.
Oh.
I step outside. Outside. Jesus, I can't. Oh my god. This is
You can do
embarrassing.
it.
I believe myself. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Such a gentleman. I almost had a case of vapors there. Never fear.
It's me,
Oh,
you
sorry.
motherfucker.
Whoa! Can you calm down?
I can't. There were too many
Jesus.
eggplants in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Never fear. Those muscles were made for picking up heavy things and put it in other places. Whoa, that sounded so much innuendo.
Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy.
I guess I can argue with that. Everything good with Amanda?
Yep, on her way to school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring?
I read at Smash List for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on.
I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in.
Oh no!
Okay. It's my car, isn't it?
It's your car.
Okay. What's wrong?
I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back.
I wrote that someone's gonna break into her house and cold press some carrots.
No, it's just I.
It's my cat. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's you.
Just try to relax, man. Let the juice float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do you have anything to listen to?
All I had on my place is a series of CDs that guide you through roof, an intense callous. Whoa, so many big words. Intense calisthenics workouts. Do you wanna listen to those? I'm just kidding.
Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs.
Take your pick.
I thumb through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, take me back.
Keep going.
I get to the end of the case to find in the very last slot a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it.
It's you.
The J. Keg Stand Mega Mix Volume 1. My
My
no,
God.
I just had to take time to let it, you
To
know?
let it sink in, like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's happening.
That's a name.
That's something. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it.
Wow.
Whoa.
I pop the CD into the car stereo and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough we're both happily screaming, singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite.
Carl, the third roommate.
You brought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart.
So, we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark.
And then we had the room inspection.
The RA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything.
And Carl was just under a blanket.
Bless the pup's courage under fire.
Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we are surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer.
It feels good to be back out here.
Real good. Ooh, we park. What is this?
It's in nature.
We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple weeks. Otherwise, I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything's alright?
Yeah, just had to fire off one last work email.
Craig pockets the phone and we start off the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and taking the tall trees and animal ships.
Yes.
Everything okay back there?
There's no reception out here.
Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere. We'll do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face.
But what if there's a problem?
Look, Craig, we all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is our
Nice.
weekend. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks.
Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception.
Craig, seriously, what's wrong?
I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in, and my mind keeps conjuring up all the sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I would have no way of knowing.
Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away. No matter how old your kids are, you just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves. For this little trip, no distractions, no cell phone service. Just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks me directly in the eye.
No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing on the moon.
We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite, and we're both glad to see that we're the only people there.
I can't believe you still have this tent.
Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dumped the bag of fabric and posts onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes.
We still know how to do this, right?
Of course we do. We do not.
Oh boy.
Woo! It's a nice camp. After 20 minutes of struggle, 20 minutes, not much for this.
Nah.
Struggling like people in a bedding commercial.
Information are the
Nice,
best.
nice. We somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive them for the night. We set a couple of chairs and cooking equipment admire our handy.
Bro, look at us go.
Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land.
Verily. And look at our camping chairs, which we are going to sit on.
So what's next on the camp extravaganza docket?
Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we could hike to.
Let's get hiking! Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me.
Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like?
I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt.
I can get over how detailed it is.
Examine the butt tree. The contour is perfect. It even has a back dimples. I thought we were gonna have a great time camera, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a sneaker.
I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one.
I'm sneakering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there is no doubters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think we are getting close now.
Check it out.
There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Crossing over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place. We go to investigate. The old waterfall.
It's gorgeous. Sorry.
Nature's so rad. Going further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is.
Think we could jump off of it like the old days?
Nah, this old dad is happy here on dry land.
Looks like you could climb right over here there.
We didn't even bring swimming trunks.
What are you talking about?
Craig immediately begins taking off his clothes off.
Ooh.
Things are getting saucy in here.
Okay.
Look at Craig's butt, god damn it!
We deserve this.
I work for that butt. I can't help but sneak a peek. That's a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking.
I do a lot of good workouts.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
Thirsty.
some eggplants. I immediately turn away blushing.
Oh boy. You coming or what?
I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall. By the end, I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes.
We lived together for years and have seen her ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal.
You got it, Chief. Let's put on a show. We need pants anyway.
We need pants.
Let's put on a show. If the clothes are coming off, then it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me the wolf wisdom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I turn and give me a my buddy a good spank.
Oh yeah.
That's one for you, big boy. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. Oh, senpai.
Senpai.
At the top.
Daddy. Sorry. That just slipped out of my mouth.
No problem. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has already been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes.
Don't think, just jump.
Craig cannonballs off the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water.
Whoa!
He treads water and looks up at me.
You coming or what?
Sure as how I'm going, baby. Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock, the others look so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap.
Ouch, that hurts.
I resurface to find Craig giggling.
I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place.
I playfully splash water at Craig.
Are you sure about that?
I splash him again!
You have given me no choice.
Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water.
You have awakened the beast.
He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a water animal in a corner.
What's
I don't know, but I like the sound of it. With the force of a thunder, I bring my fist down into the water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig.
good one?
Oh.
But I think I can do better.
Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, choose, please. Craig thinks about it.
Yeah, sure.
We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush.
Not so scary now, huh?
Race it to the top. I had enough. Oh, race it to the top!
Yeah.
We run all the way up the slick rocks and cannonballs of the waterfall again. What a rush.
Good form on that one. Wanna go again?
You know it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip. Whoa, that's cool. Which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water.
Phew, man. This is fun. Got one more in you? I don't know.
I live for danger. It takes us a
I
little
hope
more
that doesn't-
time. But we get to the waterfall. What did you say?
I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this.
You think it's too much? And both do our best running jumps into the water below.
Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it gets too dark. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're right.
Please, I feeling. a
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
feeling
I
about
can
this.
probably die in this game.
Yeah, I
somehow.
don't know if you can die, but I don't know. Better safe than sorry. We should probably head back.
We go put our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea.
It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going.
Soaping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Greg pulls out a cup of steaks and some chopped potatoes in thin
Nice.
You ready for a feast? Well,
Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for ya.
absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here.
Craig cooks now. I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consists of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwave it and have trouble believing that the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire.
Sure, let me just grab my matches.
Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket.
I don't know.
I know I pack it.
Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles. Now I'm more actually aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world.
Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude.
Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gesture to the trees around us.
There's no shortage of that.
And some tinder.
We can make that work.
And then I think some ancient aliens are then supposed to come by and give us advanced technology or renovate our house. Depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all of the materials that could conceptually make a possible looking campfire.
Just add fire, right?
That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cold breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick. You go.
Oh, I have done this in the past, and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second.
Anyway, I can help.
Give me some more support. Lift my spirits, and we'll make this fire happen. Never knew a better Craig. That sounds nice.
In all my days, I can confidently say that I have never known a Craig to be a better friend, father, or fire maker.
Ah,
Actually, now that I think about it, I knew a guy named Craig in high school who ended up getting a job as a professional pyrotechnics operator, and I suppose he must have been pretty good at starting fire, but I bet you're even better than the other guy.
bro, that was bad. Why did you say that?
I didn't do that.
Game, why did you say that?
Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the ember and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're like regular old outdoorsy fellas.
Hooray for not dying.
I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig bought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands.
Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner.
I watch as Craig strokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I am able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears two steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up.
Ew.
When it's actually pretty good. I do that sometimes.
You do that?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Okay.
When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk? Oh, that's disgusting.
That's bad. Don't do that, kids. I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready.
Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and set them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away.
Whoa. Dude, let them rest. You'll be more flavorful that way.
I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Jesus, I'm so gassy today. Because I'm burping, not because I'm farting, okay? Just give it a break, Jesus. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in.
Huh?
Everything tastes okay?
I'm in heaven.
That's what I like to hear.
Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Oh boy. It's so hard to not go back to that.
Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you got in your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it.
I'm glad you think that.
I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks Exhausted.
I don't
You
know.
okay?
Yeah,
Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're
Oh.
down.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel.
You work really hard, Craig. It can
Oh.
be easy.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school, I cook healthy meals for them, I do everything I can do. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them.
And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way?
That, and I don't want to fall into my whole habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them and I wouldn't have it any other way.
But it seems like it's bleeding you
Nice.
dry.
If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it.
Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
I do though. I eat right and exercise and
That's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast. You know?
what?
You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else. You
I
matter
don't
too.
know.
It just I know I can provide for my family. And if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
I don't know.
But I can explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here.
That's anxiety. I know very well what it is.
I feel you, bro.
It's very. It's hard. Okay, Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Oh man.
Whoa. Do I, though? Oh boy. Hell yeah, bro!
Oh yeah, bro. Whoa,
Yo.
that's a lot of eggplants. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his
Oh.
place.
Come on, I brought dessert.
Oh, are you gonna use the campfire to torch the top of those creme
Oh.
brulee?
What?
I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right?
I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely backen the marshmallows.
Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved.
Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my
Oh.
mouth.
Ooh, pro move.
We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Greg and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire watching embers float up towards the sky. The stars are so much brighter out here.
Yeah,
Oh.
I miss this, Gamma.
Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clambers into the tent. We crawl into the tent. What is happening?
Oh boy.
And I unfurl my sleeping bag.
Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I see where this is going.
I look around for a second. Oh no. I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry, I'll just curl up over here.
No way, here.
Greg unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of
Oh.
it.
Night, bro.
Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other without takes. I'm very SMR now.
Take the mic closer to you.
Closer. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand find a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we are kissing. We look at each other again. My heart's racing. Craig?
Hi.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore.
Oh, Craig.
Oh boy.
Oh, bro. Me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure.
Oh.
You know, talking about old times is fun, but give me a sec. I like making new memories with you.
I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my fingers. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Oh! Yes! We fucked him!
Yeah, high five.
Woo! Okay.
Oh boy.
That was a
Yes!
good performance for sure.
S. That's what I get.
Bye. I can deal with that. Oh boy.
I don't have any children. I'm ready at that. Is that it? Is the end of the game? I think we'll...
We better stop here and then...
next episode. So, next episode, we'll keep on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm GammaGreg. Only fucked Craig. Hell yeah. Bye-bye. Love ya.